Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Today we are discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 16, Description of Jambudip, text 11 to 16. So there, from text 11 to 15 there is no purport. So I will read the slok and the translation. After that we will recite text 16 together. Text 11. Mandaro meru mandrah suparshva kumad ityayuta yojana vistaro naha meru chatur dishama vastabhagiraya upaklavrataha. Translation. On the four sides of the great mountain known as Sumeru are four mountains: Mandara, Meru Mandara, Suparshva and Kumud, which are like its belts. The length and height of these mountains are calculated to be 10,000 yojanas, 80,000 miles. Text 12. चतुर्वर्तेषु च्युतजम्बुकदम्ब न्यग्रोधाश्चत्वारः पादपप्रवरः पर्वतकेतव इवाधिसहस्रयोजनोन्नाहास्तावद् विट्पविततयः शतयोजनपरिणाः. Text 12. Translation. Standing like flag staffs on the summits of these four mountains are a mango tree, a rose apple tree, a kadamba tree, and a banyan tree. Those trees are calculated to have a width of 100 yojanas, 800 miles, and a height of 1100 yojanas, 8800 miles. Their branches are spread to a radius of 1100 yojanas. Text 13 and 14. हृदयश्चत्वारः पयोमस्त्विक्षुर संवृष्टजला यदुस्पर्शार्शिन उपदेवगणा योगेश्चर्याणि स्वाभाविकानि भरतर्षम धारयन्ति देवो यद्यनानि च भवन्ति चत्वारि नन्दनं चैत्ररथम वैभ्राजकम सर्वतो भद्रमिति. Translation. O Maharaj Parikshit, based of the Bharat dynasty, between these four mountains are four huge lakes. The water of the first tastes just like milk, the water of the second like honey, and that of the third like sugarcane juice. The fourth lake is filled with pure water. The celestial beings such as Siddhas, Charanas, and Gandharvas, who are also known as demigods, enjoy the facilities of those four lakes. Consequently, they have the natural perfections of mystic yoga, such as the power to become smaller than the smallest or greater than the greatest. There are also four celestial gardens named Nandana, Chaityaratha, Vaibhajaka, and Sarvottabhadra. Text 15. येष्वमर परिव्रड़ा सह सुरललना ललाम यूथ पतया उपदेव गणे रूपगीयमान महिमानः किल विहरन्ति. Translation. The best of the demigods, along with their wives, who are like ornaments of heavenly beauty, meet together and enjoy within those gardens. while their glories are sung by lesser demigods known as Gandharvas. Text 16. Please repeat after me. Mandara Utsange एकादश शत योजना उत्तुंग देवच्युत शिरसः गिरिशिखर स्थूलानि फलानि अमृतकल्पानि पतन्ति. Word to word meaning. Mandara Utsange. On the lower slopes of Mandara mountain, Ekadasha Shat Yojana Uttunga, 1100 yojanas high, Devachyuta Shirshaha, from the top of a mango tree named Devachyuta, Giri Shikhara Sthulani, which are as fat as mountains peaks, Falani, fruit, Amrit Kalpani, as sweet as nectar, Patanti, fall down. Translation. On the lower slopes of Mandara mountain is a mango tree named Devachyut. It is 1100 yojanas high. Mangoes as big as mountain peaks and as sweet as nectar fall from the top of this tree for the enjoyment of the denizens of heaven. Please repeat after me. On the lower slopes of Mandara mountain is a mango tree named Devachyuta. It is 1100 yojanas high. Mangoes as big as mountain peaks and as sweet as nectar fall from the top of this tree for the enjoyment of the denizens of heaven. Purport. In the Vayu Puran there is also a reference to this tree by great learned sages. Aratminanam shatanti astav ek shashti adhikani cha phala paramanam akyantam rishibhis tattva darshibhir. Hare Krishna. So, very small purport. So, I seriously seeking the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas so that I can explain something from this subject matter. So far we are discussing from this chapter 16 of about description of Jambudvip. So I will just recall some translations that Prabhupada explained. This Jambudvip, in the universe is half filled with the Garbhodak ocean, the water, and then above that is a Bhumandala. A Bhumandala, it is stated before that its length and breadth is as according to as far as the light of the sun rays goes, that is its width. So this is Bhumandala, very high, and the Priyavat, King Privrat, is having 7 sons. So he divided this Bhumandala into 7 dvipas, 7 islands, with the chariot, with the wheels of his chariot. So there was some instances. From that he divided this Bhumandala into 7 different islands, and in between each island there is a huge ocean. So the last ocean is ocean of pure water. Before that there is the ocean of oil, ocean of ghee, ocean of honey, and ocean of liquor, sugar cane, and ocean of salt, ocean of pure water. So in that way there are 7 oceans which are dividing these 7 islands. So in the middle of the Bhumandal is a Jambu Deep. In this way, Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Pradesh Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki. So in the middle of the Bhumandal there is a Jambu Deep. So each 7 is different name, there's different Dvipa. So this middle, in the middle of the Bhumandal there is a Jambu Deep. And this Jambu Deep is also divided into 9 Varshas. So before that we saw that the Privrat Maharaj, he divided this land with the help of oceans. With oceans he divided. But here in Jambu Deep, these Varshas, they are divided with mountain peaks. So there must be something to divide. So either in order to divide the land, either there should be some mountain in between, or there should be some ocean or river. Just like we see in Navdeep, it is divided through rivers in 9 islands. So here in Jambu Deep, it is divided into 9 Varshas. 9 Varshas of 1000 yojanas length and breadth. All are of equal size. So it is, this Jambu Deep is compared, the whole Bhumandal is compared with a lotus. This 7 is the world, and in the between this Jambu Deep is compared with the world of the lotus. So it is just like this. In between is the Jambu Deep, and around this is the 8 another Iceland, another Varshas. So in Jambu Deep is also there are 9 Varshas. So in between is the Ilavrat Varsh. And in the center of the Ilavrat there is a huge mountain. This mountain is known as Sumeru. Sumeru mountain. This height of the Sumeru mountain is 1 lakh yojanas. 1 lakh yojanas. It is it is in the shape of a cone. So in cone shape, 16,000 is inside the earth, and 84,000 yojana is above the earth. It is like we meant this cone. This is actually the shape of above it is flat, and this half is 16,000 is inside earth, and above earth is 84,000 yojanas. And on the top of the Sumeri mountain is, in between is the Brahmapuri, the residence of Lord Brahma, and all the 8 direction there are 8 this residents of 8 primary demigods. Out of them one is Alkapuri, the residence of King Indra. So today is the description, in today's verse we are describing about some mountains which are in the side of this Jambu tree, this Mount Sumeru. So today there is a description in translation. There are some other mountains. This is the Sumeri mountain, its height is 84,000 miles from earth. Inside of this Sumeru mountain, there are some other small mountains. On the 4 side, the 4 mountains, and their size is 1,000 yojanas. Means really very small. This is 84,000, so this is 1,000, 1/8 something. So four mountains of 1/8 size, 1000 yojanas. So this is described in the, these four mountains are in the 11th verse. It is named as, on the four side of the great mountain known as Sumeru are four mountains. These four side is Mandara, Meru Mandara, Suparshva and Kumud. So on the four side of this Sumeru mountain is these four mountains. And their length and height is 1000 yojana. 10,000 yojanas, sorry. So 10,000 is so 100. So 10,000 yojana is the height of these four. So these four and on the top of these mountains, standing the flag on the, there are four kinds of trees: mango trees, rose apple trees, kadamba trees, and banyan trees. And those trees are calculated to have a width of 100 yojanas and height of 1100 yojana, and their branches are also spread to a radius. So on the top of these four mountains, there are these trees: mango tree, kadam tree, banyan tree, and these and in between these four mountains, there are four huge lakes. The water of first tastes like milk, the water of the second like honey, and that of third like sugar cane juice, and the fourth lake is filled with pure water. So on between these four mountains, there is four lakes, all containing the water of just like milk, sugar cane juice, honey. So all the celestial beings, Siddhas, Charanas, and Gandharvas, who are also known as demigods, they comes to these mountains, to come to these lakes, and they enjoys there. They sporting. These four are known as sporting place of these demigods. All the denizens of heaven. So they comes here, they enjoy for some times, and then they go away. Just like whenever there is some holiday in a city or in a country, the people, they used to go different places and they do some sporting activities there, and again they come. Just like here, the demigod, they are enjoying in the waters. This water is just like honey, sugar cane, but in our holiday time we are going to some lake water for the sporting, and especially in the oceans, many people, those who are near the resides near ocean, they go to on the bank of the oceans. They do so many. They take bath in the oceans. They enjoy the sporting activities inside the ocean in the salty water. So they are enjoying the sporting in the salty water. But the higher planet, the demigods, they are sporting in honey. They are sporting in milk. So all the denizens ceremonies. In fact, the Kardam Muni, he made this one aerial mention, a plane. With Kardam Muni and Devhuti, they traveled all over the places with this aerial, this plane. So they also visited these places, and they also enjoy all the kinds of sporting activities in these places. And in the 8th canto, there is a story of Gajendra. Gajendra, he is also enjoying this kind of sporting activity. That mountain is another mountain, it's Trikut mountain. It is inside the ocean of milk. Just we have described the salty water ocean. So there is a ocean of milk water. So in that water, there is a Trikut mountain. So Gajendra, so we can imagine the size of the fruit is like this. So what will be the size of elephants and animals of this? The world size what? So the Gajendra elephant, he also went to that place. He was enjoying this whole material world. So many places which are very inconceivable. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in one of his Vaishnava song, he is saying that Keshav Tua Jagat Vichitra. This fifth canto we can see how the Vichitra, or how wonderful, how astonished this whole creation is. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his Jagat is Vichitra, everything is wonderful, but with that he is relating, he is glorifying the Supreme Lord because he is the creator. So we heard in many, there are so many classes we heard, many devotees, they explain how this, the geography of the universe is related. Parikshit Maharaj is about to die, but still he is hearing about this. He also asked question, please describe in more detail. And here Sukdev Goswami, he is giving description about all the mountains, just like Abhichan Prabhu when he was giving class, he was explained. There was description about King Gaya's descendants. So, to Parikshit Maharaj, he has no relation with it, still he was hearing. So here he is hearing about the mountains, their height, their width. So Prabhupada explained that how Prabhupada explained in one of the lecture in Bhagavad Gita, that because with the relation with the soldiers, names of the soldiers in Bhagavad Gita, there are so many mentions of so many soldiers, their names. So Prabhupada mentioned because it is related with the Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is telling to Arjun. Therefore, here Parikshit Maharaj, he is actually seeing everything as the energy of the Lord. So he is not thinking it is as different. He is considering it as in the universal form. So, in the same way, many devotees, they very nicely explain how, just like Rup Gaur Prabhu, he explained why there is a description about this in scriptures. So he gave 2-3 points that how when a living entity he goes from this material world to the spiritual world, on the way of back to Godhead, he has to visit all these places. And while visiting, if one is having some desire by seeing these places, if we get some desire to enjoy there, then we cannot go to back to Godhead. Again, we will get some chance to enjoy there. And when we will get some chance, then after purifying from that desire, again, then we can go back to Godhead. And there is also, it is a check of our faith. Before it is kept in the middle of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, we explain how that before that there are so many description and we have developed some faith. Now here by reading all this, we have to, it is a kind of we can check our faith, that how much faith we have developed practically. So there is so much need of faith in order to understand this kind of thing. This is inconceivable. Srila Jiva Goswami he quoted that if we want to understand, we have to understand the nature, the inconceivable nature of the Lord, if we want to understand the Lord's activities. So actually the Lord's activities, pastime, everything will come in the future. So before that it is mentioned so that we can understand the Lord's inconceivable nature. His potency is inconceivable. Prabhupada in one of the lecture of Nectar of Devotion, he gives this story of Brahman and a cobbler. Just like here is a description about elephant. The fruit, just like, after that some verse there is the fruits of one tree is just like, the shape of that fruit is like elephant. And here it is the fruit of mango fruit is just like mountain, and there will in the future, in the next few verses it will come the jumbo tree. The jumbo fruit shape is like elephant. So there is one story Prabhupada tells that once Narad Muni was going to Vaikuntha. On the way he met two persons, one is Brahmana and one is a cobbler. So when he met with Narad Muni, he welcomed him, offered his obeisances, then he inquired where he is going. Then when he came to know he is going to Vaikuntha, he is going to meet Narayan there. So he said that please make one inquiry from Narayan about me, when I will be liberated from this material world. Narad Muni said, okay, I will inquire. Then when Narad Muni met with Cobbler. Cobbler also he very faithfully welcomed Narad Muni, offering obeisance. He also did the same inquiry. Please inquire from Narayan that when I will be liberated from this material world. So Narad Muni went to Vaikuntha. He met with Narayan. After giving all the report of his service, he inquired about these two persons. That while coming to this Vaikuntha, I met these two persons, Cobbler and a Brahmana. Both inquired when they will be liberated. So Narayan told that tell to this Brahmana that he will be liberated after many births. But this Cobbler, he will be liberated in just this lifetime. This is his last life. Narad Muni, he became astonished how this Brahmana, he is a very scholar, he is learned scholar, he knows so many, he is doing all activities. So how that he will take millions of lifetimes, he is many births. And this Cobbler, how it is possible for him to be liberated in this one life. So Narad Muni, he became astonished, so he inquired from Narayan. Narayan then told that when you will go again and you will meet with these two persons, they will inquire you that what Narayan will be doing. So you tell them that Narayan he is threading an elephant from the whole of a needle. So then when Narad Muni went back, he met again with Brahmanas. So Brahmana was thinking that Narad Muni will reply that this is your last life. No. So when then Narad Muni said that Narayan told that you will take many births to be liberated from this material world. So Brahmana, he is doing all activity, but he is not so faithful. So he became a kind of rebellious towards Narad Muni. He said that you are telling lie. How is it is that I am performing so many? I must be liberated after this life. So he thought that no, you are telling lie. You didn't meet with Narayan. So he inquired that what Narayan was doing at that time. So Narad Muni told that he was threading one elephant from from the whole of a needle. So then Brahmana confessed, yes, you are telling lie. It is not possible. This Brahmana is learned scholar. He said that it is not possible. How from the whole of a needle one elephant can pass? Very difficult. How we can understand this? But here we have to understand the inconceivable nature of the Lord. So Narad Muni also understood this is why this Brahman will take many lives too, because he is not having faith. So when Narad Muni went to the Cobbler, when Narad Muni gave the answer that you will be liberated just after this lifetime, Cobbler became very happy. Then Narad Muni came, what Narayan was doing at that time? Then Narad Muni replied that he was threading one elephant from the whole of a needle. Then this Cobbler, he became very happy. He started to glorify the inconceivable nature of the Lord, the potency of the Lord. And then Narad Muni inquired that how you are sure that Narayan is doing this thing. So this Cobbler, he said that yes, it is possible for the Lord. He has done so many miracles. He said that I am sitting under this banyan tree. This banyan tree is so huge in size, but it is appeared just from the very small seed. So the Lord Narayan, he kept this so huge tree inside that seed, and in this tree there are so many seeds. So this is the nature of the Lord. So it is possible for Lord to do this inconceivable nature. So in that way we can develop our faith. So this is the Lord's nature inconceivable. These things exist. But scientists, they sometimes they don't believe in this thing. They think this is a kind of mythology. How it is possible? And they are also saying something wrong. They don't believe this thing, and what they say they are also wrong. So from the atomic structure we see, from atomic structure to Vedic cosmology, they are giving many theories to prove this thing. but again their theory is changing. For example, the atomic structure about the size of the atom, the Dalton came, many scientists came, and one scientist came, he replaced another scientist theory, he gave another theory. In that way, theories are changing. Again, we can understand it. One story of a elephant and 5 blind men. When an elephant came inside a village, there are 5 blind men. They touched this elephant from different part of the elephant, and they thought this elephant is like this. So in the same way, the scientists, they are from their mind, they are speculating, and they are coming to different theory. And they are thinking, this is the truth, this is the truth, this is the truth. All are different. From atomic structure to the Vedic cosmology also, they have different theories for the origin of the universe, Big Bang theory, and many theories. In fact, few years ago, 400, 500 years ago, the Europeans, they used to think that this earth is a flat. They have no so much information about astrology. They used to think this whole earth is flat. After that, some philosopher, they did some research, they proved, but in order to prove, they have to undergo so much difficulty to prove this, the earth is a sphere. And Columbus, he took a risk to go through the sea. They used to think that seas, after some time, they are going inside a ditch, but somehow they took risk to go. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Shri Shri Krishna Lam ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki. So in that way, the scientific method is of acquiring knowledge is empirical. It is full. They commit so many mistakes. It is this is mistake. They commit mistake. They again correct with another mistake, and again they commit this. So their knowledge is imperfect. They have imperfect senses. Bimal Krishna Prabhu, he was telling how their knowledge is imperfect. They are seeing so many the planets, stars with their telescope, but ultimately they are seeing through eyes. The light which is they are seeing, it is after many years. Means some incident took place many years before. So now scientists, they are recognizing, oh, this happened. So now everything is changed. So they are not able to see the present thing. So this thing, this Meru mountain, this planets, everything exists, but we are not. The scientists are not able to see, because we have imperfect senses. We are not able to see these things. When I was reading chemistry, in chemistry, there are so many structures. When we see there are some reactions, so many structures nobody has seen. Still they imagine that these are this benzene, this phenol, so many structure. From this structure came this structure, from this structure came another structure. So there were a series of structure, but nobody knows whether this structure exists or not. So they imagine, and there when some reaction takes place, so there inside the reaction also they imagine many transition state, this state, after this state came this state, and finally came to the final state. So it is all imagination. So it is just like, so they believe on this thing, but when they hear about this Sumeru mountain, these structures, they don't believe. So Prabhupada, in some conversation, he told about this structure, that how the sun is before moon. He gave the simple example that we in the weekly days, we say Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and last is Saturday. So Prabhupada is saying that why Sunday is first before Monday? Because sun is first, then moon. In the same way we see the Saturn is the last. So Prabhupada, from here Prabhupada is doing the, why this arrangement? Something should be there. And when there was something talk about reflection, that this moon is reflecting the light of the sun. So Prabhupada told that, see, our earth is getting also the light of sun. So we have Sahara desert. It should also reflect. It is not because the scientists, they went there and they are proving that there is only sand. So here also we have so many sands. This should also reflect. It is not reflecting. So, so much description about this thing in the scripture. So we have to accept everything with the faith. I have to show one video about this Vedic cosmology. My class is ended. Srimad Bhagavatam ki. So here is some one video. It is made by, directed by His Holiness Danvir Swami Maharaj. So it is about Vedic cosmology. So in this video there is a whole same description about Jambu Deep, different islands. So we'll see this video. Chalo Prabhupada ki.